It's Monday, 11 November. Welcome to the PDB Afternoon Bulletin. I'm Mike Baker, your eyes and ears on the world stage. Let's get briefed. First, in one of Donald Trump's first big staffing decisions, the president-elect has selected former ICE Director Tom Homan as his official border czar. We'll discuss what that means for the border crisis, as well as some notable figures who will not be joining Trump's second administration. Then, we'll turn to Gaza, where disturbing footage has emerged showing Hamas brutally torturing their own civilians in Gaza, a rare look into the plight faced by Palestinians living under the boot of the Iranian-backed terrorist organization. But first, our afternoon spotlight. President-elect Donald Trump is beginning to fill out the roster for his second term in office, with the U.S. border crisis top of the list of priorities. On Sunday, Trump said he plans to appoint Tom Homan, the former acting director of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, as his administration's border czar. That's a designation that he'll inherit from Vice President Kamala Harris. Homan, known for his hardline immigration views, has vowed to, quote, run the biggest deportation force this country has ever seen. According to sources on Trump's transition team that spoke with NBC News, Homan will be given a broad mandate with power over implementing specific policy initiatives, including mass deportations. In addition to overseeing security for the southern border, Homan's portfolio will also include the northern border, all maritime issues, and aviation security. Trump said Sunday, quote, I've known Tom for a long time, and there's nobody better at policing and controlling our borders. Likewise, Tom Homan will be in charge of all deportation of illegal aliens back to their country of origin. Congratulations to Tom. I have no doubt he'll do a fantastic and long-awaited job. Homan, who served for years as a Border Patrol agent, was first appointed by President Barack Obama in 2013 as Executive Associate Director of Immigration and Customs Enforcement. He subsequently served as acting ICE Director from 2017 to 2018 during Trump's first term, helping to implement Trump's controversial zero-tolerance policy on immigration. Now, as you're likely aware, the Biden administration rolled back most of the Trump-era immigration policies, catalyzing an historic surge in illegal migration. Nearly 3 million illegal border crossings have been registered in the 2024 fiscal year, the second most in history behind 2023. Since Biden's term began in 2021, a record 10.8 million migrants have been apprehended at the border. Trump, of course, made immigration a centerpiece of his presidential campaign, vowing a large-scale crackdown and program of mass deportation. Homan was quick to get out ahead of criticisms about his future role, addressing his appointment in an interview Sunday on Fox News. Homan said his deportation strategy would be a, quote, well-targeted, planned operation that would prioritize public safety and national security threats. He stressed also that it would be carried out in a, quote, humane manner. Still, he said that given the scale of the crisis caused by the Biden administration, he's willing to do whatever it takes to stabilize the situation. Homan said, quote, I think the calling is clear. I've got to go back and help because every morning I'm pissed off with what this administration did to the most secure border in my lifetime. So I'm going to go back and do what I can to fix it. He added, quote, I don't care what people think about me, especially in the left. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat or independent. Border security is national security. We should all be on the same side on that. Pivoting slightly, as Trump announced Homan's appointment on Sunday, he also put out a statement about two notable figures who will not be serving in his second administration. In a post on Truth Social, Trump said former Ambassador Nikki Haley and former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo will not join the Trump administration in any capacity, despite rumors swirling late last week that Pompeo was being considered for the role of Secretary of Defense. We'll continue to keep you apprised of the latest transition developments as the process kicks into full gear. Coming up, we'll turn to Gaza, where disturbing footage has emerged showing Hamas brutally torturing their own civilians in Gaza, a rare look into the plight faced by Palestinians living under Hamas rule. I'll be right back. Welcome back to the Afternoon Bulletin. On Sunday, the Israel Defense Forces, the IDF, shared intense CCTV footage that shows Hamas operatives in northern Gaza violently interrogating Palestinian civilians. The footage reveals Chilling scenes, civilians chained up, heads covered with sacks, and subjected to brutal beatings. The footage, spanning from 2018 to 2020, offers a disturbing glimpse into the terror organization's treatment of those suspected of disloyalty or of collaboration with Israel. Although the clips have not been independently verified, the IDF provided them to Daily Mail before posting them on X. Now, for years, international observers and advocacy groups, including the UN Watch Lobby, documented similar acts of violence by Hamas against political opponents, LGBTQ individuals, women, and activists within Gaza. In 2022, the UN Watch Lobby reported that torture and intimidation tactics were still commonplace in Gaza. The nearly 47-minute video compilation posted by the IDF depicts civilians enduring brutal interrogations at the hands of Hamas at an outpost in Jabalia, about 2 miles north of Gaza City. In one clip, civilians are shown suspended by chains tied to their wrists and feet, often struggling to balance on a single leg as their captors keep them hanging for extended periods. In other scenes, detainees are hung upside down, their ankles bound tightly while operatives strike their soles of their feet with long sticks, a method known to cause intense pain without immediately visible injuries. Other footage shows victims confined in dark, unsanitary rooms with Hamas interrogators nonchalantly chatting among themselves or attending to paperwork nearby as the civilians suffer in silence. Personal accounts from Gaza echo the grim scenes depicted in these tapes. One man who spoke with I-24 News in 2022 recounted repeated episodes of similar tortures recorded in the newly surfaced footage after the terrorists discovered his sexual orientation. He described years of harassment, detailing how agents tied him up, beat his feet with sticks, and deprived him of food, sleep, and bathroom access. He added that he was forced to swear on the Quran, promising, quote, not to be gay again. The IDF, in a public statement accompanying the footage, condemned Hamas's actions, asserting these videos provide undeniable evidence of the organization's systematic human rights abuses against Gaza's civilians. According to the IDF, these tactics reflect Hamas's sustained effort to maintain absolute control over Gaza by instilling fear and suppressing any potential dissent. The IDF urged the international community to confront these alleged abuses and consider the implications for Gaza's population, spotlighting the often overlooked impacts of Hamas's oppressive rule on everyday civilians. And no word yet on whether activists in the U.S. are planning on protesting Hamas's actions on college campuses around the country. And that, my friends, is the PDB Afternoon Bulletin for Monday, 11 November. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out to me at pdb@thefirsttv.com. And, of course, to listen to the show ad-free, it's simple. Become a premium member of the President's Daily Brief by visiting pdbpremium.com. I'm Mike Baker, and I'll be back tomorrow. Until then, stay informed, stay safe,